Greetings and welcome back to another ranked gameplay for SMITE. This is a Masters versus Masters matchup. This was back in the previous split, so it's kind of old, but it's still fairly relevant. I haven't played that much since the reset, but I think this is another good experience of, a Cupid gameplay. I'm going with the Trans 2 start again. I know that like most starts try to go with the Attacker's Blessing, but once again, I thought this would be a matchup that I would absolutely need my cooldown as fast as possible. I didn't think Attacker's Blessing was going to help me at all. I'm trying to really rely on my late game here. At least that was my thought process coming into this. I didn't think I would have a chance at outboxing or outdamaging a Thor early. So I'm playing against Barty, which is another Smite streamer. To be honest, I haven't played against him much. This might be my second or third time, so I'm not really used to his playstyle. And I've played a decent amount of Cupid. I dashed at him here just to see if he would come back using an ability on me. He did, which I'll take that, honestly. I got 2 autos. He got like 2 ticks of spin, so fair trade, honestly. He'll use his hammer here. Doesn't matter. But as I was saying, I don't really have a lot of experience with the Cupid Thorn matchup. So coming into this, I was just coming with the assumption that he's an assassin. I'm a fairly bad duel hunter. Gotta play safe. But once again, just like it was with Define Pride, it must be something that either I'm a Cupid player and like they don't respect me, or assassin players just think if they're playing against people that have less clear, they could just walk in front of the wave. So I get a really, really easy kill there that otherwise wouldn't have happened if he was, trying to play. But he probably doesn't know who I am. Once again, if you are a new player coming to Duel and you are somewhat fairly competent in your mechanics, you can get a lot of easy kills against good players if they just don't know who you are and they underestimate you. Because half of Duel, in my opinion at least, half of Duel is about you realizing how good you are versus another player. Which is why you often see that a lot of Duel players, they don't actually play against other top tier players. I've seen many cases where people will just avoid other players because they know that they will just lose if they play against them. But yeah, most, at least high tier Duel players, come with the perception that they're way better than their opposition, and that's what helps them win. It's just like in normal sports. If you've ever had experience playing sports, you have to have confidence in yourself. Right here, I got his beads off of my ult, which is what I really wanted, but he still does hella damage. And I should be dead here. My mistake. Yeah. I also used my beads there. Not optimal. So I realized I used my beads here. I'm in a bad spot. I know he's going to come back from the base with full boots. So I'm at a big risk of throwing the lead that I got with that initial kill if I'm not able to put a ward down. And my mistake here in retrospect is I didn't place my ward before I started doing the blue buff. Because as you'll see, I'll pay for it. Because I'm going to do this blue buff. And I know he's around here. No Thor player. Every single Thor player plays the same. I play the same as well. They just sit by their blue buff or by the thing. And yep, I get all of it. I didn't see where he was. He already got out of his base and was just camping his blue buff. So you can see I have VGS there. But every Thor plays exactly the same. Because to play Thor in Duel, you have to heavily rely on your ult. Because that's the only way you're going to get the surprise against people that outbox you. And late game, I'm going to outbox him, so he has to heavily rely on his ult. And I wasn't able to outplay it. If I put my ward up first before doing my blue, I never would have died there. So that's my mistake. So this time, I'm actually going to go ahead and place my ward. Because now, the game's even though I'm down a kill. That's because of all the creeps I pushed in. And me getting first blood. I'm going to put my ward here. He doesn't know I'm here. So he's just sitting there whacking the wave, so I'm going to get a heart bomb on him. And he's dead. So that's really great for me. Open the game wide up. I'm going to go over here and see if he has the blue buff because I didn't see him on him. And there it is. Buff control is really crucial in Duel. Even if you're ahead or behind, trying to get your buffs is mandatory. Most Duel players know this. That's why they always try to viciously defend them. Half the game seems like it's just, can you get red blue for you, or can you get both blues if you're behind and your opponent gets red? I'm trying to sit here away from my boots because I really don't want to leave without getting my boots. Because against Thor, I mean, his abilities do a lot of damage, but he heavily relies on the wall along with his ult. So I'm going to go ahead and grab Reinforced Greaves here. And there's actually a story about this that you'll see in a few seconds. But I grab Reinforced Greaves here so I can mitigate his wall. And I'm sitting right here because I know he's a Thor player. He's not clearing the wave. He is just sitting, waiting for me to ult. All Thor players are exactly the same. So I'm just kind of sitting here, waiting. I didn't see him at first, so I thought I'd be able to get to my tower. I thought I heard an audio cue here, but I wasn't actually sure. And there it is. I wait for him to hammer so I can get my ult off. And boom. He's dead. I go here, try to clear the wave. As you can see, this game does not last much longer, excuse me. And the reason for this is I was very curious because, I mean, the game's still pretty close, to be honest. But the reason that he F6'd, I went into his stream afterwards, and he was just tilted that I bought Reinforced Greaves. So he just F6'd. But yeah, there's the gameplay. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the commentary, and you'll stick around for the next video. See you later.